Test results revealed redacted. So, turned into a synth? Or, turned into a synth. It's contagious. I meant turned into a super mutant. Turned into a synth. Oh, that's so funny to me. It's like a werewolf, you know? You get too close to a computer and then you just, and you turn into a synth. Halfway there. My name is WifeyWhale, but you may call me Wifey, and today we're back playing some more Fallout 4. We were still in the Institute, but I think we might be close to done looking around, at least for a while. I think we've explored most of it, but we're currently in the robotics area, which we have not explored at all, haven't really talked to anybody or anything. I definitely have some questions. I also just want to say, just like in the last episode, if I sound a little muffled, I have the air on. It's still dangerous temps outside. I'm sorry. Additionally, I think I have a little Jiminy Cricket outside my window, so if you hear him, I apologize for that too. But let's talk to Alan. I've wanted to talk to Alan. I was looking for you all last episode.
Another lovely day, isn't it?
It is a lovely day.
Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're finally with us.
Ow. He just got decapitated.
For any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity. And they have very specific protocols for protecting themselves.
Oh, see you later.
Most of which I designed myself. Not to make problems for you, though. Will you be staying with us then?
I'm not sure yet.
I'm thinking it over.
Well, I hope you do decide to stay. It would mean a great deal to Sean. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths, please let me know.
Alan was just getting absolutely abused by the machinery.
Hey, Doc.
Today is full of possibilities.
You'd think he'd know where to stand and where not to stand. So you're a nobody.
With our third generation synths, we've improved upon humanity.
You don't have anything to say?
Excuse me, Doctor.
You've arrived at a momentous time. Our third generation synths are a true breakthrough. The culmination of centuries of research. It's no exaggeration to say that they're superior
Dr. Loken,
in almost
we've
every
received a
way
work
to
order from
human
SRB.
beings.
They're requesting replacement coursers again. Quite a few, actually.
Not superior
Guess they
to
lost a
me.
whole unit on the surface.
What makes them superior?
The list of improvements is exhaustive. I can talk for an hour and still not cover all of it. Imagine what you could accomplish if you could live without fear of hunger or disease. Imagine what you could create if you could spend every waking moment of your life as you saw fit, with no need of sleep. Like I said, a momentous time.
I'm not done talking to you, Max.
Dr. Loken?
All our divisions are important, but I tend to think of robotics as the first among equals.
He's like, but I'm done talking to you. I would have thought people would be
I
talking
can't
to me
imagine
more.
living on the surface. It sounds like a nightmare.
Guess we'll check out the terminal since no one else wants to talk to me. Departmental Notices. Impending arrival. This should be me. But these should all be new. I don't know if any of them would be the same. Our monitoring of events on the surface has confirmed that the time is almost at hand. Very soon our guest will be here. I admit that I feel both hope and trepidation when I think of how our first meeting will go. Please make whatever preparations that you deem necessary. Consider all sensitive information to be classified for the time being. We cannot know for certain what our visitors' motivations will be, especially after coming into contact with the railroad. We will exercise caution, but we must also extend a warm welcome. In time, once a measure of trust has been earned, we can be more forthcoming. I need not remind you all how important this is to me personally, but I want you also to think of the opportunity for the entire Institute. We stand to gain a great deal if we make the most of that opportunity. Father. He's very aware of my shenanigans with the railroad. Power conservation update. I recently met with Dr. Lee to review the latest power distribution metrics, and there is both good news and bad to share. I'll begin with the good. It's clear that we have all taken to heart Dr. Lee's request for a greater emphasis on power conservation. The metrics demonstrate that we have improved our efficiency across the board. I'm particularly proud to note that the robotics division has shown the most improvement in this regard, surpassing even advanced systems. Well done. Unfortunately, the efforts we have made to date are simply not enough. We must continue to find ways to conserve without adversely impacting our research and production. I know that what I am asking is difficult, but I'm also completely confident that we will rise to the challenge. I have some ideas that will be discussed in the next director's meeting. Until then, I ask that you please keep the need for conservation foremost in your thoughts. So I can't remember if we've read that one. We read so much about power. And yet, like we've pointed out, all the lights are on. Nobody seems to actually care about the power. So this is a reply regarding the child synth concerns. I'm concerned at the pace of our progress in correcting the problems with the child synth prototype. I cannot impress upon this division enough the need to resolve these issues quickly and completely. Time and again, we've corrected flaws only to see them return. I find myself questioning whether we're thoroughly testing these fixes before moving on to the next item. You know that I have great faith in all of you, but time is quickly running out. I must ask that you take whatever measures are necessary to meet the project targets within the time frame. Please make this your foremost priority, Father. Missing synth investigation. It has been brought to my attention that some of you are displeased with the methods and practices employed by the SRB division in its ongoing investigation into the missing third-generation synths. I'd like to take a moment to address this matter. Firstly, know that I am aware of your concerns and that I intend to have a conversation with Director Io in order to ensure that he is also aware. Any disruption to your work must be taken seriously, especially at this critical time. However, I must also ask for a measure of patience and cooperation from all of you. It is simply impossible to gather the information necessary to carry out this investigation without an element of distraction and inconvenience. Remember that your cooperation is vital to bringing this investigation to a swift and successful conclusion. I'm sure that's something we all want. Father. Synth versus Android. As production of our Gen 3 Synths continues apace, I would like to take this opportunity to formalize our categorization. The term android has been used interchangeably with synth for as long as the Institute has existed, and though some of our older residents may actually prefer android, Dr. Zimmer being a prime example, the term synth has always been more widely used. Today, our third-generation creations are truly synthetic beings, so the designation synth seems more appropriate than ever. From here on in, I strongly prefer all official Institute records and correspondences use the term synth or synths. Let us remember our past and appreciate the legacy of the android, but let us live for the future and recognize the power of the synth. Father. Let's view the access logs because I'm nosy. Maybe. Let me. It wasn't working. Let's see. Remove flight risk candidates. Okay, so optics. Wait, 6th generation optic suite design schematic. Alpha phase testing on VM functionality. Redacted. When AO got on here. Interesting. He's like, were you reading classified documents? Maybe. So I want to know what's gonna happen if I stand here when the tidy-whitey synth comes by. I want to know if he's gonna push me into a place that I shouldn't be. I don't know how long this process takes though to get a tidy-whitey synth. I don't think it'll be long. He's dipping him. This is actually really cool to watch. Oh, there's another terminal over there. Oh, there's a several. Oh my. Alright, tidy whitey synth. Actually, and just in case it breaks the game, I'm feeling intimidated.
Hello, welcome. Please, step this way for processing.
Let me in! He just acted like I didn't exist. That was disappointing. They really crank out these synths though, don't they? Robotics
If you ask
terminal.
me, the synth software could use a little more debugging.
Are all these gonna say the same things? No. Production schedule. Excavation, construction, unit scheduled. I'm not sure what this is about. It seems like they're doing specific units for specific jobs. So, you know, like makes 3 cents for excavation and construction, make 2 for operations and maintenance, make 4 for salvage, but like they're just cranking them out. 1 for, okay. Planned system upgrades. Current project. Project identification, a bunch of numbers, status approved, in progress. See implementation status below for details. Implementation of new synthetic optic nerve tissue. 10 to 12% increase in visual acuity. Units scheduled 19, units upgraded 12. Notes. Next scheduled units, blah blah blah. Other units scheduled and ready to fill in for the duration of the upgrade. I want an upgrade. Project approved, awaiting implementation. So these are ones that are coming up. Motor reflex response time improvement, 7% increase in motor reflex reaction time. The targeting software package upgrade, 5 to 8% increase in ranged weapon accuracy. Complete, oh, this one's not approved yet. This one's awaiting approval. Complete transfusion to replace type 77-01 synthetic blood with type 90-10. Goals, more rapid clotting, improved infection resistance. It's all very cool. A Benet, routine, redacted again with Dr. Io. More programming work on the new AI software. Okay, none of that seems important. Project updates, SRB investigation. As you are all aware, from time to time one of our Gen 3 synths assigned to surface duty will malfunction and go off assignment. While only a rare occurrence in the past, in recent months we have seen the number of losses rise noticeably. Dr. Io has opened an investigation into this matter, and I must ask that you all give him your full cooperation as he looks into this troubling issue. Please answer his questions as completely as you can, and provide Dr. Io with any logs, materials, or other items he requests. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve this matter quickly. Thank you, Father. Gen 1 Phase Out. Per Father's plans, as discussed at the recent Directorate meeting, we will soon begin to phase out our Gen 1 synth units within the Institute, with the intention of relegating all remaining units to surface duties only. Our first-generation synths have served admirably and exceeded their design specifications in virtually every category, but the remarkable breakthroughs in synth design and production that have led to our latest, more aesthetically pleasing models herald a time for change. Over the next several years, we expect to replace all Gen 1 units with Gen 3 units, and in time we will enact a similar plan with the Gen 2 units as well. As we look toward the future, let us also honor the memories of those whose hard work and innovation made the synths possible, and let us never forget the singular vision that challenged our forebears and that drives us today, mankind redefined. That's Mr. Abenet that said that. And then unique project. Overriding directive to not alter our synth's basic functioning notwithstanding, Father has granted clearance for a rather unique project. In select Gen 3 units, the synthetic brain is indeed capable of accepting specific enhancements to the visual cortex, basal ganglia, and right parietal cortex. The result is substantially improved combat effectiveness due to two factors. One, an increased understanding of weapon accuracy to the extent that the combatant can actually visualize the percentage of effectively hitting targets or smaller areas on those targets. So, VATS. We're going to give the synths their own VATS. Two, an altered sense of perception that mimics the effect of slowing or even stopping time. Interesting. It makes me think of, well, I mean, like, when we do, what's it called? What am I talking about? I think it's called Deadshot in Red Dead Redemption, which I've only played the first Red Dead. I still need to play the second one. I don't know why I haven't played it yet. Anyway, I'm gonna quit blabbing. Recommend we commence surgery and field trials on appropriate operatives in the near future. I wonder if they just randomly grab synths for that. It said specific, right? Specific enhancements in select Gen 3 units. I wonder if it's just a random grab or I don't know. I guess this is just going to be one big information overload episode, isn't it? Maintenance request submitted by N. Oberly. Found unit J284 cleaning boardroom for the third day in a row. I don't think this unit has ever actually left the boardroom. Navigation software patched. Unit returned to service. That must have been a very clean boardroom. Here's one from JIO. Unit X472 complaining of blurred vision in right eye. Unable to correct without permanent damage. Unit wiped and reassigned to facilities division. A Fillmore says primary drive breakdown on B347, third unit this month. Can we please look into this? Technician dispatched. Here's one submitted by E. Thompson. Looks like latest navigation software update has some issues. Found 2 Gen 1s trying to walk through walls. Path finding software updated. All Gen 1 units will require patch. Facilities notified. Here's one from Elbene, Liam. Hey, Dad. Eve. Oh. Dad. Is Alan Dad? Hey, Dad. Eve is having trouble speaking today. A lot of stuttering. Can you please look into it? Identified rare looping issue in speech subroutines. Corrected and patched. I need to submit my own request to get Eve fixed so that she doesn't just stare at me with her mouth wide open, because that really freaked me out the other day. Surface work crew tracking. I don't know if any of this is important. Really, none of this means much to me. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me. And then I always like to look and see if anything's been redacted here. Because it's always suspicious. No. Okay. Are we done reading? What? I need to look at the age of A. Benet. Mr. A. Benet, let me look at you. I don't know. Could this be his dad?
Have the synths to aid us.
I don't know who else would be his dad, unless there's a third Benet. There might be a third Benet somewhere. Okay, well, I think that I can safely say we've explored the robotics room. And of course I say that, and this is probably the room that I missed a magazine in.
Welcome to the Institute.
I hope
Please
not.
step right this
I
way.
don't see anything missing. Okay, let's go. I can't believe that was like 20 minutes. So, we've been mostly everywhere, I would say. For the most part. I know that I wanted to visit that one shop again. But I guess I can't really buy anything right now anyway, can I? Since
Nothing to report, ma'am.
my inventory is completely full. I was hoping to find a way to get this open. Wait, novice? Wait. This isn't the one I'm thinking of. One of them was master, I think. Let me try and do this one.
I'm in.
Remote door control, open. Oh. This isn't as exciting as I hoped it would be. Ammo doesn't weigh anything. I can take the ammo, but everything else is just gonna have to wait. Do Stimpak? You know what? I don't think those weigh anything either. All this stuff, though, you are gonna have to wait. So we've definitely done synth retention. We've definitely, I think, done advanced systems. Now I'm not sure, now that I'm saying it. I mean, I know we've done bioscience for sure. I know we've done the synth retention plays. We obviously just did robotics. Okay, advanced systems must have been the first place we did. Okay. Do we speak to Patriot? Talk to Liam. I mean, I definitely want to continue to work with the railroad. I also need to bring the serum to Virgil, though. Let me... I guess we're already here.
Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z-1. She's a friend. She's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Oh, shoot. I should have saved.
Because the members of the railroad have
I guess I could have
dedicated
backed
their
up,
lives
but...
to fight for your freedom.
I thought only Mr. Benet cared. But your friends actually fight for us?
That's what the railroad does, Z-1. She's from the surface.
I've never met another human willing to help. But, sir, we must make this quick.
Right now, how many synths want to escape, Z-1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take
13?
forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways.
Why did you stand up just to sit back
Can't do
down?
this alone.
What do you need help with?
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
That's interesting.
Where would I find that?
Unfortunately, I don't know. The obvious place won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the railroad. I need those login credentials.
Wow. Interesting. So 13 or maybe 14. I don't know if what was his name, Z1, was counting himself or not. That is a lot of synths to try and get out at once.
Pardon me.
A whole lot. I'm just nervous to leave because I thought that there was at least one magazine to be had. And now I'm worried I've missed something. What about this terminal? I don't think I've read this terminal at all, have I? Another redacted. Incident reports. Oh, this is a lot of incidents. E. Thompson. Presenting symptom, first degree burns, left hand. He placed his hand inside power relay without first disengaging. First aid applied. Q. Fillmore. Abdominal distress. Patient ingested lubricant from robotics division on a dare. I don't know this word. A medic dispensed. Liam Benet. Wrist pain, right hand. He declined to say how the injury occurred, only indicated it was related to using a terminal. Splint applied. They're on to him. Why didn't you just make up? Why didn't you literally just say, oh, I fell. I tripped. Instead of being like, well, my injury shall remain a mystery. Like, come on, Liam. M. Loken. Dislocated shoulder, right side. Apparent malfunction of synth. A handshake gesture applied with extreme force. Shoulder reset and pain medication dispensed. That sounds like a pleasant day. Patient is redacted. Symptom: severe blunt trauma to upper torso. Notes: injuries received in FEV lab. Redacted. Director override. This is suspicious. The patient's the director. Dizziness, shortness of breath. Test results revealed redacted. So, turned into a synth? Or, turned into a synth. It's contagious. I meant turned into a super mutant. Latest batch of food from hydroponics shows increased vitamin D content. Should help with the deficiencies I've been seeing lately. Turned into a synth. Oh, that's so funny to me. It's like a werewolf, you know? You get too close to a computer and then you just, and you turn into a synth. Can't control it. Okay, well, besides possibly missing something like a magazine, I think the place is semi-thoroughly explored. I know this was just like a bunch of talking on terminals, which I feel really, really bad about, because I know that, especially if you've read them before, they're not very interesting. It was a necessary evil, this episode. I'm gonna leave now and empty my inventory, and before I go help Liam actually and do like railroad stuff, I really want to get the serum to Virgil. I'm really curious to see what happens with that. So that's the plan for next time. Next episode will be more fun. Again, I'm sorry that there was 100 terminals to be read. That's going to be it for this one though. So as always, I hope that you enjoyed. I appreciate you being a whale watcher, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!